Hello, welcome to the 14-day practical AI challenge where you stop guessing and you start prompting. Today, I'm going to be doing some sort of extra to day 5. We just covered the work which we had to do for day 5, where we saw how to use the AI chatbot to build a structure for meal prepping. You could definitely take that and repurpose it for whatever goal you want to do. But what I want to do right now is I want to do a little bit of comparison between Gemini by Google and ChatGPT by OpenAI. So we already have done the prompting for for the results which we are expecting for Gemini, and we can say Gemini did quite great. But now we are going to repeat the same prompts with ChatGPT and kind of do a comparison between the two of them, trying to understand which one gave the best answers and which one performed the best, right? This video may not be very long, but it's going to really be more of a comparison video between ChatGPT and Gemini. And this doesn't mean that Gemini performs better than ChatGPT or ChatGPT performs better than Gemini. There are various models of ChatGPT and Gemini, where I'm going to use the basic model which is available to everyone in this example, or the base model rather, and then from them we are going to be able to judge. But you can definitely, maybe on a paid plan, you could use a higher model which is going to perform much more better. But let's see what are the results we are going to get in today's video. Right, let's go right into it. So this is the chat window of the work which we just did with Gemini. We're trying to build a structure and a diet plan. The structure was supposed to help the user achieve the diet plan. Right now, I'm just going to copy this prompt from this whole chat, at least the first two prompts, at least, because from the third prompt is kind of like specific to the output which Gemini gave, and then we're going to see how we can compare the results to see which one gave a better result. So this is the first prompt, right? We're going to copy this, we're going to come here over to ChatGPT, and then we're going to paste it. So it's basically a persona prompt where we are telling the AI agent what role we want it to play in our conversation today. So let's go over the prompt. You are a health and fitness coach with over 10 years of experience in the health industry. You're also a trained dietitian with an adept experience on helping I was supposed to say on helping people. I got that wrong. On helping people, well, on helping getting people, that's okay. On helping getting people back to living a healthy and well balanced life. Your job is to help me out today with my challenges. Let's see the response we're going to get from ChatGPT, and let's see how it compares to the response Gemini gave to us. Right, let's see. So we have got you. I'm in coach mode. I'm here to help you get back to a healthy, balanced groove without extremes, guilt, or unrealistic plans. Before I start giving advice, I want to make sure I'm actually solving your problems, not guessing. Let's ground this in your real life. So tell me a little bit about what you're struggling with right now. You can answer briefly or in detail, whatever feels easiest. If it helps, you can pick from these prompts: nutrition, overeating, under eating, emotional eating, cravings, lack of structure, confusion about what's healthy; fitness, no motivation, inconsistency, injury, time constraints, not seeing results; lifestyle, stress, poor sleep, low energy, burnout; body goals, fat loss, muscle gain, recomposition, feeling better in your body; health concerns, digestion, blood sugar, cholesterol, hormonal issues. Also helpful but optional for now: age, gender, height, weight, any medical conditions or injuries. So ChatGPT does approach this quite well, and it's also asking for what we want. So it's asking in the form of prompts. So like, which of these prompts is best describes where you are right now or what you want, right? And then it's also asking for information which we want, which it wants, which will better help it to tailor its response to us, or to give us the right response or to the right answer. Let's go to Gemini and see what Gemini gave. Now, Gemini starts by saying, "It's a pleasure to meet you. I've spent the last decade navigating the noisy world of fitness, trends, and fat diets. It's therefore nothing. Is there is and if there's one thing I've learned is that sustainable health is about perfection. It's about strategy. It isn't about perfection, but it's about strategy. That's already a great start. It's telling you to understand. It's trying to make you understand that the dieting plan is not enough in itself. How do you go about achieving it? What's your strategy? What's your structure basically? And that was what I was looking for. But even though I have not prompted it already, but it's kind of like going towards the direction. Although Gemini didn't really state, talk about strategy and all of that, this is still a good start. It's trying to, sorry, ChatGPT. This is still a good start because it's trying to double down to understand where I am and what I want so it can be of better help to me, right? Let's keep moving on. It says to get us moving in the right direction, I need to understand your current landscape. Where should we start to give the best coaching possible? Tell me a little bit about what's going on, the big goal, the current friction, the baseline. So basically, Gemini like summarizes our situation into these three headings and asks us to answer the questions. Why ChatGPT just gives possible solutions, or rather, sorry, not possible solutions, possible situations that could be the case in which we are in currently, right? I think the approach of Gemini in this situation is kind of better. If you're somebody who you're trying to explain yourself, and you're trying to be as explicit as you can, the approach of Gemini is definitely better. But if you're someone who maybe for the average Joe, maybe your situation may not be as complex as any other person, you just want to lose weight, maybe for example nutrition, overeating, ChatGPT just populates these options with things which are common to many people today, right? So this is a realistic answer in my opinion. But let's move on to see what is going to give us next. But one thing which Gemini didn't mention and didn't consider is the age, the gender, the height, and the weight. But that's okay. From the next prompt, we are going to see how we're going to be able to tell how each of them performs. So now this prompt is where we go deeper and we are able to provide more context to our situation. Let's see. It says, I want you to build a diet plan for me in a structured manner for me to lose weight, gain muscle mass, and eat more healthily. I also want you to incorporate a system that automatically supports my goals irrespective of what happens in the diet plan, right? I am a married mom of 4 who works daily from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. My daily routine is often full with little or no personal time. I have tried dieting before and failed at it. I can, however, do my best to change my daily workflow by incorporating new tasks alongside the other daily routine. I normally have to cook every weekday from 12 to 2 p.m. and every weekend from 12 to 2 p.m. and every weekday from 5 p.m. to 6 p.m. is family time with my kids. I also am very energetic in the morning and usually tired in the evenings. I am lactose intolerant and also do not like any food items related to pork. My non-negotiables are this diet plan must have no sugar, be completely natural, right? I personally like eating vegetables and meat. My food should be very rich and flavorful. Let's see what's the response we're going to get from ChatGPT, and then we're going to be able to contrast that with what Gemini gave us, right? So it's giving us the strategy here, and then we're going to see what it gives us as compared to what Gemini gave us. So let's go up again and then start from up and see how ChatGPT breaks down its response to our prompt. Thank you for trusting me with this, and honestly your context helps me a lot. You are not lacking discipline. Your life is just full. That's a great conclusion. It's a great assessment of the current situation of the user. So we are going to design this to work with your reality, not fight it. And that's really what we want. We do not want something that's going to try to fight the current situation of the user, but something that can easily be implemented, right? Can easily cooperate and move along with the routine, and still help the user achieve her goals. I'll give you three things: a structured diet plan, what to eat plus when, a weekly system that supports fat loss, muscle gain, even when things go off plan, built-in failure protection so missed meals or busy days don't derail you, no sugar, completely natural, lactose free, no pork, rich flavorful foods, morning friendly. Let's go. Let's see the response, the deep dive, the strategy, your goal. So it begins to reiterate your strategy: lose fat, gain/maintain muscle mass, eat healthier without mental exhaustion. Now it says gain/maintain muscle mass. That's a great, refining of the goals, because a normal woman who is a mom of four, maybe in her 40s or in her late 30s, or maybe even in her early 30s, would not likely be looking to lose fat to gain muscle mass as in the direction of becoming an athlete. Maybe to be able to do push-ups all throughout the day, or to do heavy athletic things. They're just looking to lose maybe fat to get into shape, to look better, to become more healthier. And that's a good thing. ChatGPT was actually able to catch that in its response. We'll use high protein plus vegetables, fat loss, and it's telling us what that does: fat loss plus muscle. Moderate carbs time early in the day, since morning are your high energy window. Batch cooking on weekends, you already do this, huge win. Automatic rules, no willpower. This is not a diet, it's a default way of eating. Your daily eating structure, no calorie counting. So it's telling us that the structure which we are going to implement is not a calorie counting structure. Well, that's good to know, because some people who are approaching dieting, one of the ways you can approach dieting is by calorie counting. You count the amount of calories you take in with every food you eat. But our AI agent is saying that's not the approach we are taking for this particular dieting plan which we are going to do. So let's see. Morning, your strongest time. Go protein plus fiber plus healthy fat. This stabilizes blood sugar and kills cravings later. Option A: eggs sauteed with spinach/kale and onions, garlic, tomatoes. Have an avocado or olive oil drizzle. Option B: if rushing, leftover chicken, beef, fish, stir-fry vegetables, black coffee or tea, no sugar. Rule: always eat protein in the morning, no exemptions. These are the things I was looking for. That structure, that helps you to achieve the goal. One of them is always eat protein in the morning. So you're aware that you're supposed to eat in the morning, right? You're supposed to eat vegetables in the morning and all of that. But the rule of thumb is always eat proteins in the morning, no matter what, because it's going to help with your weight loss. Now that's amazing. Let's keep moving on. Midday, work lunch, biggest meal of the day. You still have energy here. So have a plate of vegetables, have a plate of protein, have a plate of carbs. And I like how it's giving us the portions already. Here, it didn't really give us the portions during the breakfast, but it says 2 to 3 sauteed eggs, 2 to 3 eggs sauteed. Oh, it gave the portions, but in the option B, it didn't really give the portions, but that's not a problem. But it's giving us portions down here anyway. So, plate method, automatic control, have a plate of vegetables, have a plate of protein, have a plate of carbs. Optional be recommended. Then we have protein options: grilled chicken, beef stew, turkey mince, or fish. Vegetable option: cabbage stir fried with garlic plus ginger, roasted carrot, zucchini, peppers, okra, green beans, spinach. Carbs, first choice only: brown rice, sweet potato, plantain, small portions, quinoa. So I like how it gave us the portions and then it gave us options. This is really, really amazing. Let's keep on. And we are not even done with this responses. It's long and amazing. All right, let's keep looking at. Let's see. Late afternoon, we have pick one: handful of nuts plus cucumber, prevent evening exhaustion plus overeating. Boiled eggs, leftovers, Leftover meat plus vegetables. This is not a snack, it's damage control and it works. So late afternoons before family time. So the recommended strategy is you eat in the morning, you have lunch, and then before family time, you eat something small, one or two boiled eggs, handful of nuts, leftover meat plus vegetables to prevent you from overeating later in the day, right? And then in the evening, light plus simple. Goal: nourishment without heaviness, so protein plus vegetables only. No starch at night. This helps fat loss naturally. This is very great. Examples: grilled fish plus sauteed greens, chicken soup with vegetables, beef and vegetable stir fry. If you're exhausted and not hungry, don't force food. Protein earlier already did the job. So it's basically saying if you're exhausted and you're not hungry, don't eat. Just go to bed like that. Then the third, we have weekend cooking system. This is your secret weapon. You already cook from 12 to 2 p.m. We'll optimize that. Cook three proteins: chicken, beef, and fish. Baked or panned, minced or chunks, roasted or stirred. Vegetables: two leafy grains, two hearty: carrots, zucchini, peppers, green beans. Optional carbs: one pot of rice or sweet potatoes. Store everything separately. Why this works: you're not meal prepping meals, you're prepping building blocks so your food never feels boring. This is also another interesting approach where food doesn't seem as something which is boring to you but something interesting. Number four, the automatic support system. This protects you. This is the most important part. Rule number one: protein anchor rule. No matter what happens in the day, eat protein at least twice. Even if everything else fails, fat loss continues. This is an amazing recommendation. It tells us, it plays to the fact that no matter what happens, no matter how our schedule changes, we should always eat protein. It tells us basically what we should prioritize in our meals, right? Vegetable flour, at least 2 cups of vegetables per day. If you eat this, your body naturally regulates appetite. Rule number three: no sugar, no negotiation. You already said this non-negotiable. Good. No sodas, no juice, no sweeteners, even natural ones. So, for example, no honey, no syrups, all of those things, no. And then the result is the craving for those things fades after like 7 to 10 days. That's an amazing prediction. Then rule 4: bad days protocol. So, for example, miss meals, ate late, stressful day. Do not skip food the next day. Punish yourself. Start all over. Instead, protein plus vegetables next meal. Back to routine immediately. Momentum perfection. So it's basically saying if maybe you skip a meal or you overate, on the previous day, what you should not do, you should not skip food the next day. You should not, for example, skip breakfast or skip lunch the next day. It says you should not punish yourself, and then you should not start over, right? You should not like stop and then start over. But what you should do instead is in the morning, you should take proteins and vegetables for your next meal, and then you go back to your routine immediately. It's a great advice, right? But I think one thing which should definitely be said in this support system is don't break your routine every day, because if you break your routine every day, basically you've changed your lifestyle already. Then number 5, muscle gain without gym obsession. Since time is limited, body weight exercise is 2 to 3 mornings/week, like per week, 10 to 15 exercises or 10 to 15 minutes. Squats, wall push-ups, lunges, planks. Muscle plus protein equals to tighter body, higher metabolism. Tighter body, higher metabolism. This is an amazing recommendation. Something which I didn't know I was gonna give this recommendation. Let's keep reading till we see the end. Why this will work when others failed. You're not relying on motivation. You're not counting calories. You're eating foods you like. The schedule is respected. Failure is planned for. And this is how real busy moms succeed. Next step, if you want, I can fine-tune portion sizes for faster fat loss. Build a 4-week rotation meal plan Add a grocery list that matches your cooking window. Adjust for cultural foods you prefer. Just tell me which one you want next. If anything here feels unrealistic, this result is, in my opinion, is far much more better than what Gemini gave. Let's see the results of Gemini. Gemini's response is not as deep as that of ChatGPT. Let's see. It gives the automate. Let's see. I hear you loud and clear. As a mom of four with a full-time job, you don't need a diet. You need a logistical operation. The reason previous attempts failed is likely because they didn't account for your 4 p.m. energy slumps or the family hour chaos, and so on and so forth. So it presents a system with 3 rows: uniform breakfast. From Monday to Friday, you eat the same high protein breakfast. This removes decision fatigue when you are busy or getting kids ready. Number two, the two. All right, so I'm saying the response of ChatGPT for our third prompt is better than the response we got from Gemini. It's way much better than the response we got from Gemini. Gemini gave us a table with 1, 2, 3, 4 columns, and it was not very much exhaustive. ChatGPT gave us a really exhaustive table, in which it wellly combined the diet plan plus the support system. Right, let's go through the table. Time of the mornings, kickstart metabolism plus support muscles. What to eat, mix and match. Eggs with spinach, onions, tomatoes, leftover chicken plus vegetables. Then it gives portion guide, palm sized. Vegetables 1 to 2 cups. Fat thumb sized. Why this works: stabilizes blood sugar, reduces cravings later. Automatic support rule. Protein anchor. Morning protein is mandatory. Meat mornings. Maintain energy if hungry. Boiled eggs. Nuts plus cucumber, leftover meat. Small handful / 1 to 2 eggs. Prevents overeating at lunch. Eat only if hungry. No forcing. Then we have lunch work hours, main fueling meal. Chicken, beef, turkey, large vegetable portion, cabbage, greens, pepper, okra, brown rice, sweet potatoes. We have half a plate of veggies, half a quarter plate of protein, quarter plate of carbs. Fused work day plus muscle recovery. Plate rule automatically controls calories. Okay. Late afternoons, prevent evening crash. Nuts plus veggies, boiled eggs, small leftover protein, light protein focus portion. Stops fatigue driven overeating at night. This is damage control, not a snack. Then we have family time, presence not dieting, water or tea only. Separate eating from emotional stress, no grazing during family time. Then dinner, we have grilled fish plus greens, chicken soup plus vegetables, beef and veggie stir fry, protein palm size, veggies 1 to 2 cups. Supports fat loss plus better sleep, no carbs at night, automatic fat loss lever. So these are the rules for our support system. If dinner is missed, protect progress, do nothing or light protein. Prevents burnout or guilt cycle. Missing a meal is not equals to failure. In our weekends, we have 3 to 4 proteins, 4 veggies, 1 carbs optional. Reduces daily decision. Prep ingredients, not meals. Then daily non-negotiables, health foundations, no sugar, all natural foods, no dairy, no pork. Hormonal balance and fat loss. Eliminate sugar foods extremely or entirely rather. Then bad day protocols. Stay consistent. Next meal is equals to protein plus veggies. And then for our science is not here, we just go back up here to look at the portion. Keep momentum alive, never restart, just resume. And then our muscle support. Maintain and build muscle. Squats, lunges, push-ups and planks. Body weight only. Preserve muscle during fat loss. Short is greater than perfect. This is a much more superior diet plan incorporated with a structure, in my opinion, than what we got from Gemini. How to use this? This table is your default operating system. You don't need variety every day. Consistency beats novelty, and that's true. If life gets chaotic, hit these two things only: protein twice a day, vegetables twice a day. Everything else is a bonus. Next option, you can choose: convert this into a 7-day rotating meal. Create a simple shopping list aligned with weekend cooking. Adjust portions based on your current weight and target. Add spices, seasoning combination for richer flavor. This for me is really a great response, and I'm going to leave it here. I think evaluating the response of ChatGPT and Gemini, I would say ChatGPT performed much more better than Gemini. In just 3 prompts, I've been able to get more or less 70% of what I want. But while working with Gemini, I really didn't get what I want in the way I want. At the 3rd prompt, it was kind of maybe like, let's say 40 to 50% of the way there, maybe even 60%. But then we still needed more prompting, to get more out of it. But here, Gemini, or rather ChatGPT, was intuitive and really kind of like implemented most of the things which I was looking for even before I even asked it. It thought of portion sizes, but with Gemini I had to ask about the portion sizes because it didn't mention portion sizes. It talked about failure protocol. Gemini didn't mention anything about failure protocol. And there's one last thing which the both of them didn't mention, and I'm going to also include that in my next prompt, which is going to be my last, which is going to be a progress measurement strategy, right? So Gemini didn't add that by default. I had to add that at the end, so I'm also going to add that here. I'll say, great, please add a progress measurement strategy to ensure I am making progress. Let's say, what would be the best recommended method? Let's see what ChatGPT gives as a recommended method to measure the progress of the entire project, right? So love this question. Project tracking is exactly what makes a plan like this stick long term, especially with a busy life like yours. The best method for your goals and lifestyle is not a single metric, but a simple 3-pillar system that takes under 5 minutes per week, requires no obsession, and still tells us the truth. The best progress measurements strategy, busy mom friendly. Why not just the scale? Because muscle gain can hide fat loss. Now, Gemini did mention this fact, which is true. Hormone stress and sleep, very real for moms, affect weight. Gemini didn't mention this fact. Scale only track causes unnecessary frustration. Gemini mentioned that fact. But let's see what was the recommendation for progress measurement. So let's see. Measurement pillars: body weight trend, body measurements, performance and energy. So scale weights: waist, hips and thighs, strength, stamina and energy. So for example, how often? Once per week, same day and time. How often? Body measurements once every 2 weeks. And then performance, weekly reflection, how to do it: morning, afternoons and bathrooms before food, right? So body measurements: soft tip, relax, same spot each time. Performance: note energy and ease of workout, clothes fit. So what success looks like: slow down trends over 3 to 4 weeks. And then body measurements decrease even if scale stalls, right? Feeling stronger, clothes looser. Why it matters: show fat loss trends, not daily noise. Best indicator of fat loss plus recomposition: firm muscle gain plus metabolic health. How to use each metric correctly: scale weight. So the scale is a data point, not a judge. Weigh once per week only. Ignore a day-to-day fluctuation. Look for trends over 3 to 4 weeks. Healthy fat loss rate 0 to 0.5 kgs to 1 pound per week or slower. That's fine. If weight stays the same but measurement drops, you're winning. Energy improves, you're winning. Measurements. Your most reliable tool. Track waist at belly point, hips at widest points, thighs at the top. Why this is good? Fat loss shows here first. Muscle gain won't distort this like the scales does, which is a great explanation. And then performance and energy check. Often ignored, but very powerful. Once a week, ask yourself, am I less tired during the day? Do I feel stronger during movements? Do my clothes fit better? Then this tells us hormonal balance is improving, muscle is being preserved or built, the plan is sustainable. Progress decision rules. Use this table after 3 to 4 weeks. So we have results after 3 to 4 weeks. Weight falls, measurement falls, perfect progress. Keep plan exactly the same. Weight varies, measurement falls. Fat loss plus muscle gain, do nothing. This is ideal, right? Weight decreases, energy very low, too aggressive. Add slightly more carbs at lunch. Weight varies, measurement varies, plateaus, reduce carbs slightly or increase protein. Weight increases, measurement increases. Overeating, tighten portions, especially carbs. No guesswork, no panic changes. Optional but powerful. Visual tracker. Take front and side photos once every 4 weeks. Same clothes, same lighting. Don't look daily. Compare monthly. Your success timelines and realistic expectations. Week 1 to 2, less bloating, better energy. Week 3 to 4, measurement starts dropping. Month 2, visible fat loss, strength improves. Month 3, body shape changes noticeably. Final coach note. If progress ever slows, readjust the system, not your self-worth. This plan is designed to evolve with you. If you want, I can set specific target ranges based on your height, weight, create 1-page weekly check-ins and check-in sheet you can reuse. Help you troubleshoot stalls before they become frustrating. Just tell me the next. And wow, I'm gonna say ChatGPT did so well. Gemini, not so well. You can look at the previous video to understand the performance of Gemini on this particular test. I do not want this video to be very long. We're already at 36 minutes and above. I want it to be short and concise. So please take that in note, right? Understand that this test, of course, in many ways, in my opinion, ChatGPT is better than Gemini. But remember, Gemini gives you the paid version for free for a limited amount of time or for a limited amount of activities per day. ChatGPT gives you the paid version for free for a limited amount of activities per day, while Gemini gives you the basic version for free, right? And plus, what we did on Gemini was not on the thinking model. So if you try this exercise with the thinking model, maybe the results will be different. If you use a paid version, the results would likely also be different and would likely be better. So you should take that in mind. But for a free account or for simple tasks like this, ChatGPT outperforms Gemini in many of the metrics. Of course, there are other metrics in which Gemini does outperform ChatGPT, but we are going to look at those in the future. Alright, so with this, we've come to an end of this short video comparing Gemini and ChatGPT and how effective they are at responding to our prompts. So this video is part of the 14-day practical AI challenge. Thank you very much for being with me. I'm your host, Engineer Victory, and see you in the next video. Bye bye.